This is my take on Rescue Cat OTK. While this deck has the potential to one-shot the opponent and is thus deserving the title OTK deck, it does not fail to impress even in a resource-grinding late game due to some tech choices of mine. The main strategy of this deck is to summon one copy of Rescue Cat either by normal summon or special summon through Giant Red, activate its effect, specialing out any twofold combination of Milus Radiant, and or Gyaku-Gire Panda, and using the spellcard Last Will, to summon a second Rescue Cat on board, with which we summon again any twofold combination of the Panda and or Milus Radiant. Then, with the 4 monsters at our disposal, we can proceed to OTK the opponent. But let's retract a bit. Rescue Cat is a level 4 Earth attribute Beast type effect monster that can be attributed to special 2 level 3 or lower Beast type monsters from our deck. It will be destroyed during the end phase. That doesn't sound too impressive on its own, but Rescue Cat does 3 things. Firstly, it brings out 2 monsters to attack with. Secondly, it gets sent to the grave and in doing so allows us to utilize the effect of Last Will. Last Will reads, when a monster on our side of the field is sent to our grave, we get to special any monster with 1500 or less attack from our deck. So we activate Last Will and thereafter activate Rescue Cat, which triggers Last Will by being sent to the graveyard, allowing us to summon a second Rescue Cat, flooding the board with 2 more monsters. The third and final thing Rescue Cat does is it sets up the grave with earth monsters that can be banished by, for instance, Gigantes or Bazoo the Soul-Eater, and can be brought back via Dimension Fusion, furthering our field presence. The main targets, as mentioned earlier, for Rescue Cat are Milus Radiant, and Gyaku-Gire Panda. The former raises the attack of all Earth monsters by 500 points, meaning if we control 3 of them, 3 of Milus Radiant, they all have 1800 attack. The latter, the Panda, does piercing and gets 500 attack for every opposing monster. That means, after the usual Rescue Cat Last Will combo, we end up at the minimum with 3 times 1800 plus 1500 plus 800 base attack of the Panda, amounting to a total attack power of 7700. That is technically not enough to perform an OTK, even if the opponent has an empty board. One solution would be to include Death Wombat, a 1600 Beast Beater, instead of the Panda. I disregarded that option and instead put in a, so to speak, Earth Chaos engine comprising triple Gigantes, and 1 the Rock Spirit. Both have respectable stats of almost 2000, and both can be special summoned from our hands by removing 1 Earth monster from our grave. In this case, it would be Rescue Cat. To speed up the deck and to increase consistency, I incorporated 3 copies of Giant Red and 1 Sangan to get to Rescue Cat faster. Exiled Force presents itself as a good alternative target for Giant Red as well. To further the Chaos engine and to be strong in the grind game, I included 3 Bazoo the Soul-Eater. who, by banishing up to 3 monsters from grave, temporarily gets an attack boost. Bazoo is also an Earth attribute monster. Both Bazoo and Gigantes, as well as the Rock Spirits, allow us to use Dimension Fusion and return from the different dimension. Dimension Fusion and return from the different dimension on our banished Earth monsters, potentially using a banished copy of Rescue Cats again to special out 2 more beast monsters. And proceeding with the OTK. Gaia Power, together with United We Stand, render the OTK strategy even more viable. Removing obstacles in form of face down or face up monsters is the task of Nobleman of Crossout and Lightning Vortex. Removing obstacles in form of back row is the function of Giant Trunade and Heavy Storm. Next up are some staple spells and traps. I play 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Graceful Charity, and 1 Premature Burial. And last up I play 1 Ring of Destruction. I couldn't find any room for more traps. That's it for the deck. As always, the decklist can be found in the video description. And thank you for watching.